Here, what's good? It's your boy, the Top Slug, the Sofa King, and I'm back with another video. Yeah, using the iPhone. Just wanted to see how it looked, see the differences using the cinematic mode right now, actually, and I think it looks good. I mean, actually, it's kind of funny. It's not too much better than my Samsung, to be honest with you, but it is nice, right? I know iPhone, they do a lot of filter work. I know they do a lot of beautification. I probably look worse on it, to be honest, but yeah. So if you notice any difference in the video, which I do while I'm recording it, maybe that's what you see, you know? So I'm just here though. Another day of work, another dollar, I guess you could say. Got my kids this weekend, so I'm about to go give them some time, some energy. I don't have much, to be honest with you, but I wanted to stop in, do a video, stay consistent, right? Give you some more bullshit to watch. No, but seriously, if you are watching, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, comment. I do appreciate everybody who follows me up until this point, and you know, I'm still going, right? Finding things to talk about, finding things to get into, different ways to kind of figure out what I'm doing, but you know, we're doing it though. So today was, you know, a pretty good day. I mean, can't complain. I made some money. Got to come home to my children. You know, better than the usual, so I'll be positive about that, if nothing else. Pretty tired, like I said, but it is what it is. That's life. I'm sure we all are. I hate working on the weekends. You know, I think that's really a sign of rank, right? Gotta work on the weekends. My job ain't really shit, just to be honest with you. I think that goes all around the board. I mean, I could get a 9 to 5, I guess, but probably wouldn't make as much as I do with this, and the trade-off is time, for sure. I mean, time, energy, you know, emotional investment, whatever it may be. I can see, you know, where I have to give and I have to sacrifice just to be able to kind of be in a position, or at least have the opportunity to be in a position that I want to be in financially. And, you know, I'd much rather be doing it for myself. I think I spoke about this in earlier videos. I mean, I think everybody's goal should be to be self-employed in some sense, own a business, or, you know, work for some small or large business. Hear my baby out there reaching. But work for something where you do have much more of a command over your time, over where your energy goes, over your life, and how to balance that with work. You know, ideally that's to work for yourself, have something you have a passion in, and be able to be successful at it. And I think that's everybody's goal. I mean, especially now after 2020 and the pandemic and quarantine and everything that we've gone through. We see how fickle it is in the job market, how, you know, much of a roller coaster it is, you know, with just the way the world was run. And you kind of have to have something going for yourself, and also something that you can do remotely to be able to really prosper without all the changing circumstances that we have going on. And yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully that day is coming sooner than later, because I can't imagine punching a clock and all the steam, all the type of things you have to do. I mean, even me today, like, you know, I'm a grown ass man, right? Like, I had to be to work at 8:30, right? Had to be. That's the key word. Why? Not because I wanted to go, right? Not because I get some type of fulfillment, but because that's the structure and the system that I kind of, you know, volunteer myself into. And, you know, I get paid to kind of do it, I guess, in a way. And I was like 3 minutes late, and nothing was said to me, but I mean, I guess it was made a big deal for everybody else, and you know, I don't know. They tried to reach, but like I said, nobody said anything to me. But just the idea that I could be 3 minutes late for some bullshit, you know, some meeting, you know, that's not making me any money. It's not really doing anything of value. It's just somebody else's kind of command, right? And I'm the type of person where I'm only gonna rush, but so much, right? I'm not gonna break my neck to kind of be somewhere or do something at a certain time. I've accepted that about myself. I'm not the most punctual person, right? I know I have to be at certain times when there's money involved, right? But just to kind of be somewhere, nah. But that's me, right? I know that's me, and I take that, you know, as part of self-awareness, and I take the wins and the losses that come with being like that. And you know, obviously, me being late, I don't want to say I don't care, because that just sounds defiant for no reason. But I'm not gonna stress over something like that, especially when, you know, I didn't miss anything. But just the idea that somebody else can make it a big deal and try to, you know, even use my name as like some type of posturing thing for other people, I'm not into that either. And so like just that alone is just a small example, and another thing that's like, I hate working under these systems, working for the man, quote unquote, punching somebody's clock, quote unquote. But I mean, I know the necessity, right? I'm a grown man. I have to have some type of, well, let me let this go on in. What you doing, man? Alright. I guess he wants to be the star of the show. What's up, man? You was screaming my name, man. What's up? Now you quiet? Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, like just to be in somebody's system and under somebody's kind of like control, in a way, it's just, you know, it's not for me. Another thing I know about myself, you know, self-awareness, right? Like I do have issues with unnecessary authority, right? I'm just not good with that. Not that I don't like being told what to do, but I don't like to ever like feel like somebody's putting on the front and being extra, just to kind of do whatever, right? Do whatever their goal is, right? But I don't like kind of what comes with that energy, and I don't respond to it well, you know. I don't really just accept it as a thing. So I try to avoid putting myself in those positions because I know how it'll go. And you know, obviously a lot of times, and for some people, they you know, they don't really take well to me not taking well to how they want to be as the quote unquote leader. So you know, we'll see. I mean, I'm not really tripping over that, but like I was saying, just kind of that idea, right? That idea of having to do what somebody else says and be where somebody else wants you to be at a certain time, and do things a certain way. And you know, even with my employment, right, I have to give people a certain script and an energy. Sometimes, you know, I won't say lie, but be deceptive for somebody else's goal or to achieve my goals, right? And yeah, it's like not what I would want to do, right? Especially not for a lifetime, right? And the more and more I kind of get into and higher up in certain chains, you see things that you just don't agree with the whole system in itself and the whole kind of idea within itself. And I think that's where I kind of find myself at a lot, at that crossroads, where, you know, if I could be doing anything else for the same amount, or at least a reasonable amount, I would do it, right? Or especially something for myself where I could enjoy life a little bit better and, you know, have a little bit more control and autonomy. And I've been in those positions before, but then the other problems comes with, if let's say you are a manager or something like that, you still have to enforce that kind of will on somebody else. Or financially, you do now see like I'm just kind of getting a small piece of what I'm kind of worth in this situation. And the only way you can kind of rectify that is to work for yourself. Yeah, go rambling, but like I was saying, like my whole point of bringing that up was it's also not just that easy, you know, right? Like you not only are some people not capable of those things, some people don't have the ideas or. Baby, what are you doing? No. That's crazy. All right, some people don't have the ideas, right? Some people don't have, you know, that type of drive, I would guess you would say. And also, like, what comes with that is that, like, some people won't make that much if they did start their own business, right? Like, some people have jobs that will pay them a significant amount more than they would make if they, you know, were entrepreneurs doing the same thing, you know, just because they may not have the social skills or the networking skills or the network to kind of do those things, or even just be in a position financially, right? It takes a lot. It takes, you know, things being in place to even start certain things, and you have to kind of take that for what it is and understand that it's not that easy, and not put yourself in a position where, like, I leave a 6-figure job and now I open up a $30,000 a year profit business. Financially, I mean, it's not going to make sense. Now, you may have more control, you may have more, you know, more of your life back, but at the same time, you know, that 70K, who knows what that value is for you. So it comes both ways, right? And so I say that to say, I've been hearing the conversation a lot lately about how, you know, as men, we just have to kind of build, right? We got to build some type of either a business or some type of system or some type of something to be able to lead the community. And I think, you know, it's real. That's obviously the ideal way things would go. But from somebody who's trying to do that, has tried to do that, is actively trying to do that now, is, you know, also working and kind of has to make that daily decision on what is a better course of action, right? It's not that easy, man. It's not that simple. It's not that, I don't want to say realistic. I think that has a negative kind of connotation. Be careful, baby. Because that has a negative connotation, but it's not, if you are actively trying to do that, and let's say you haven't achieved your goal, or you haven't seen that shift that comes with, you know, taking that endeavor where you see kind of the light at the end of the tunnel, is going to be like, basically I need to win at life, to be able to say I did anything, or say I was a man, or say I did right as a man, or should be able to, you know, take care of a family or have children or whatever it may be. No, baby. You know, that's a lot. That's a big ask. And that's not to say, like, we should kind of lower a standard, but I think that has to be taken in a way where it's not just aspirational, but there is kind of a realism and a understanding of where life is at right now, you know, that goes into that as well. And as somebody who is, you know, a father and does have children, right? Like, if you are, you know, trying to be good at that job and trying to raise your kids well in the way you should be, then that's like, you know what I mean? That's like somebody telling you the sky is blue, you know? Yeah, of course I need to build something. Of course I need to find a way or a path or some type of system that I can at least put in place for my family to lead us towards achieving generational wealth, right? Like, that's more than obvious. And I mean, it's, you know, obviously all men don't think like that, but for somebody who does, no, baby, no. For somebody who does, right? Like, it's like, yeah, of course, right? That's not really saying much in just the abstract and general ways that they kind of point you to it, right? Do some crypto, get into tech, get into IT, work 60 hours a week, right? Like it sounds good, right? But then when you do it and you're in the moment, you see it's not that simple, right? You see it's not that easy, and it's no, get down. You see it's not that simple, right? You see that there's a lot more that goes into that, and there's a lot more that goes into that, not only for like the general big picture, but like on a day-to-day basis, to where like for you to tell me that I have to kind of achieve the goals that I have for life to even be able to, earn a certain level of respect in life, I don't know, right? Like, it's like you it's like you telling somebody if they playing Super Mario, right? Like they gotta beat the game before they can turn big, right? And get the mushroom. It's like you need the mushroom to be able to beat the game. You know what I mean? Like that's just part of it. So it's like what are you really telling me when you tell me that? And then a lot of people who do, like myself, kind of even, you try, you do things the way that you feel like they should be done, and let's say it doesn't get you exactly where you want to be, and then you do have things that you have to worry about, right? Along that way, and you are working towards those goals, but it's like, I'm doing what I need to do in the moment. So for you to tell me that like I need to kind of achieve the maximum general success in a situation to even be recognized, or for my efforts or my energy or what I put into it to be acknowledged, it's kind of disrespectful, right? Like not in the like you trying to violate way, but like in a way where it's like, tell me something I don't know, and then you telling me this as if it's some kind of magic key. It's kind of like disrespectful to the journey and the endeavor that people have to go through, right? Like I think I spoke about this before, right? They tell you work 60 hours a week and do all these different things, right? Like I do that, right? I do that. I look for other sources of revenue. I try to put time into, this small thing that I do and I started doing. I try to put time into these guys, raising them the right way, right? And so I'm actively in that process, I guess. And so it still leads me to ask, well, and now what, right? Now what do I need to kind of do? What else should be happening in that process for me to kind of see the results that I need to see? And obviously that's where the work comes in, but at the same time, right, when you tell me that as the solution, or just, I think, my guy Kevin Samuels, right, I respect him a lot, the Godfather. He had a program recently where he was like, well, men need to just be able to employ their women. Okay, right? Like, but when you really kind of break that down and think about it, you know how rare that would be? You know how fortunate of a situation you would have to be in for that to be like a realistic kind of option, And I would say even most guys with businesses can't really see that as a thing, and I'm sure some have tried, and you realize, well, if she